Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Bo, my friend. Welcome. Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama. How are you today, my friend?
I feel energetic, enthusiastic. Thank you.
Good. Yeah, nice. Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Krishna Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Rama Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Rama Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Rama Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Hari Hari
Oh, yeah.
It's live now. It's live.
Krishna Hari Hari Rama Rama Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Rama Rama Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Rama Hari Hari Krishna Krishna Rama Hari Hari Krishna Krishna
Krishna Hari Hari Rama
Rama Hari Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Rama
Hari Krishna 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 Hari Rama
Rama
Krishna Krishna Hari Rama
Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, 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 Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Hare Rama
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare Rama
Rama Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Rama
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama
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 Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama,
Rama
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 Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama Hare
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
Rama
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare,
Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Rama,
Rama Hare
Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Rama
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, 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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Nityananda, Gaura, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Nityananda, Gaura, Jesus, Srila
Krishna
Prabhupada,
Krishna
Nanda,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Srila
Rama 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 Hare
Jesus,
Hare
Srila
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Nityananda,
Krishna Hare Hare
Jesus,
Rama
Srila
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare
Gaura,
Krishna Hare
Jesus,
Krishna
Srila Prabhupada, Nityananda, Gaura, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada,
Prabhu
Nityananda,
Nityananda Gauranga Jesus
Gauranga, Jesus, Srila Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Nityananda,
Krishna 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 Hare
Chaitanya,
Hare
Nityananda,
Rama 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 Rama
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna
Gauranga, 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 Shri
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Sri
Shri
Krishna
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Sri
Shri
Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Sri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri
Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Chaitanya,
Sri Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Sri
Hare
Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Krishna,
Sri
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Sri
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Chaitanya.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Ram,
Rama, Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama,
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram.
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Rama Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, 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 Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Ram
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram Hare Rama Rama Rama
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari
Rama.
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama,
Hari Rama Hari
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama Rama
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Hari
Krishna.
Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Hari Hari
Hare
Hari Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Rama Rama Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Rama Rama Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hari Hari Hari
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Hari
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna,
Rama
Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama,
Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama Rama Hari Hari
Rama
Hari Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Rama
Krishna
Rama Hari Hari Hari
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Hari
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hari
Krishna Krishna Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hari
Rama
Rama Rama Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama Hare Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna Hari Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama 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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari Hari Hari
Krishna
Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Hari 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 Krishna
Rama
Hari
Rama
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Hare
Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama
Hare
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari Krishna
Hare
Hari Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna
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 Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Rama Hare
Rama Rama Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hari Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama Hari
Hare
Rama Rama Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hari Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
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 Rama Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari Krishna Hari Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Rama
Hari
Rama
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 Rama Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hari Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Krishna Hari Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna Hari Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari
Hare
Hari Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari Krishna Hari
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama
Rama
Rama Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna Hari Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Rama Hari
Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Hare
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Shri Krishna Chaitanya Jesus, Shri Krishna Jesus, Shri Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hari 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 Rama Rama
Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Jesus, 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 Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Gadadhar, Srivasadi, Gora, Bhaktivinoda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Gadadhar, Shivasadi Gora, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
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 Rama,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Rama Rama
Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda.
Jaya Jaya Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Chapter 30, Canto 10. Krishna hides from the gopis.
Good one. Good one.
Come on, where's the verses? big introduction. No, there's no verses here. What happened? Strange. Wow. No verses. What happened? It's just all. Okay, I don't know what's going on here with this. All right. What the heck? I don't know. This is okay. Maybe it's like this. Let's see. Oh, that's really weird. There's no verses here. What the heck happened here? Oh, is this Krishna book? Maybe. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. In
Let's try it again.
Prabhupada books it's until 13, not further. I forgot. You can find it in Vedabase.
Wonderful Krishna. Shukadev Goswami said, the cowherd men were astonished when they saw Krishna's activities. Shukadev Goswami said, the cowherd men were astonished when they saw Krishna's activities, such as lifting Govardhan Hill. Unable to understand his transcendental potency, they approached Nanda Maharaj and spoke as follows. The cowherd men said, since the since this boy performs such extraordinary activities, how can he warrant the birth? How can he warrant a birth among worldly men like us? A birth that to him would seem contemptible. How could a 7-year-old boy playfully hold up the hill Govardhan with one hand? How can a 7-year-old boy playfully hold up the hill? How can a boy playfully hold up a hill? How can that be? Oh, God. How can a boy playfully hold up a hill? How can that happen, Tom? How can a boy playfully hold up a hill? 7-year-old boy hold up a hill like that? Oh, I lost everything. Where are we now? What chapter was that? Come on, man. Where are you? Wonderful Krishna. Where is it? There we go. How could this 7-year-old boy playfully hold up the great hill Govardhan with one hand, just as a mighty elephant holds up a lotus flower? How could this 7-year-old boy playfully hold up the great hill Govardhan with one hand, just as a mighty elephant holds up a lotus flower? As a mere infant, who had hardly yet opened his eyes. He drank the breast milk of the powerful demoness Putana, and then sucked out her very life as well. Just as the force of time sucks out the youth of one's body, just as the force of time sucks out the youth of one's body. Just when only 3 months old, little Krishna was crying and kicking up his feet as he lay beneath a huge cart. My Lord. Oh, he, he, once when only 3 years old, little Krishna was crying and kicking up his feet. He lay beneath a huge cart, and then the cart fell and turned upside down. And then the cart fell and turned upside down, simply because it was struck by the tip of his toe. Once when only 3 years old, little Krishna was crying and kicking up his feet as he lay beneath a huge cart. And then the cart fell and turned upside down simply because it was struck by the tip of his toe. Ah, Krishna. Ah, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Ah. At the age of 1, while sitting peacefully, he was taken up into the sky by the demon Trinavarta. But baby Krishna grabbed the demon's neck, causing him great pain, and thus killed him. At the age of 1, while sitting peacefully, oh, Krishna, the age of 1, while sitting peacefully, he was taken up into the sky by the demon Trinavarta. He was taken up into the sky by the demon Trinavarta. But baby Krishna grabbed the demon's neck. But baby Krishna grabbed the demon's neck, causing him great pain, and thus killed him. Once when his mother tied him with ropes to a mortar, because she had caught him stealing butter. Oh, my Lord. once, once, once his mother tied him with ropes to a mortar because she had caught him stealing butter. Then crawling with his hands, he dragged the mortar between 2 Arjun trees and pulled them down. Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Ay. Another time when Krishna was tending the calves in the forest together with Balaram and the cowherd boys, the demon Bakasura came with the intention of killing Krishna, but Krishna seized this inimical demon by the mouth and tore him apart. Desiring to kill Krishna, the demon Vatsa disguised himself as a calf and entered among Krishna's calves. But Krishna killed him. But Krishna killed the demon and, using his body, enjoyed the sport of knocking kapita fruits down from the trees. Desiring to kill Krishna, the demon Vatsa disguised himself as a calf and entered among Krishna's calves. But Krishna killed the demon and, using his body, enjoyed the sport of knocking kapita fruits down from the trees. Together with the Lord Balaram, Krishna killed the jackass demon and his friends, and all his friends, thereby securing the safety of Talavan forest, which abounded with fully ripened palm fruits. Together with Balaram, Lord Krishna killed the jackass demon and all his friends, thereby securing the safety of the Talavan forest, which abounded fully with ripened palm fruits. After arranging for the mighty Lord Balaram to kill the terrible demon Pralamba, Krishna saved Raja's cowherd boys and their animals from the forest fire. Krishna chastised the most poisonous serpent Kalya, and after humbling him, he drove him forcibly from the lake of the Yamuna. In this way, the Lord made the water of that river free of the powerful snake's poison. Yeah. Dear Nanda, how is it that we and all the other residents of Vraja cannot give up our constant affection for your son? And how is it that he is so spontaneously attracted to us? On one hand, this boy is only 7 years old, and on the other, we see that he has lifted the great hill Govardhan. Thereby, O king of Raj, a doubt about your son arises within us. Nanda Maharaj replied, O cowherd men, just hear my words, and let all your doubts concerning my son be gone. Some time ago, Garga Muni spoke to me as follows about this boy. Garga Muni said, your son Krishna, your son Krishna, your son Krishna, your son Krishna. He appears as an incarnation in every millennium. In the past, he has assumed 3 different colors. In the past, he has assumed 3 different colors. White, red, and yellow. And now he has appeared in a blackish color for many reasons. For many reasons, this beautiful son of yours sometimes appeared previously as the son of Vasudeva. And therefore those who are learned sometimes call this child Vasudeva. For this son of yours, there are many forms and many names, according for this son of yours, there are many forms and names according to his transcendental qualities and activities. For this son of yours are the many forms and names according to his transcendental qualities and activities. These are known to me, but people in general do not understand them. Hare Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. How stupid can you get trying to kill Krishna? Yeah, that's the demons are like that. You know? They try to kill the soul, but they can't do it. You know? They try to kill the body because they think it kills the soul. They're just crazy. Okay. For this son of yours, there are many forms and names according to his transcendental qualities and activities. These are known to me, but people in general do not understand them. To increase the transcendental bliss of the cowherd men of Gokul, this child will always act auspiciously for you, and by his grace only you will surpass all difficulties. To increase the transcendental bliss of the cowherd men of Gokul, this child will always act auspiciously for you, and by his grace only, you will surpass all difficulties. O Nanda Maharaj, as recorded in history, when there was an irregular, incapable government, Indra having been dethroned, see, like now, see? All the good people, are being dethroned. Do you notice? And when honest people were being harassed, see, honest people are being harassed now. Goes around, comes around. And disturbed by thieves. You notice? Politicians, all these people, thieves, rogues, horrible people. Horrible. This child appeared in order to curb the rogues and protect the people and enable them to flourish. See? To protect the people, enable them to flourish. See? Demons cannot harm the demigods, who always have the Lord Vishnu on their side. Similarly, any person or group, attached to the all-auspicious Krishna cannot be defeated by enemies. Isn't that amazing? Any person or group of persons. We got this is our little new Vrindavan here. That's why stay in the circle of influence and you won't be defeated by enemies. You go outside this group, you'll be defeated. Stay within the circle of influence. Make friends with the devotees. Become part of the Vrindavan community. This is what's happening here. Everybody's getting entrance into Vrindavan, the highest dham, and the people go out of it. It's crazy. It's just, they don't know. Here, people are getting entrance in Vrindavan because many in this group are attached to Krishna. And if you're not, stay in the group and you will be. Gopakumar, when he attained Vrindavan, his feelings became like the residents there just by association. He started to get attached. This is why even Jesus, he started churches, groups of people. Because where two or more are gathered in the name of a particular Lord, then that Lord will be. This is Krishna. We're assembling in the name of Krishna, Lord Chaitanya, and the devotees of Vrindavan, and these particular lords appear. these devotees, this ras, this very rare ras that's even hard for demigods and Vaikuntha residents, to attain, is being given here. It's a very great thing, very amazing thing. Yeah. Yeah. So therefore, O Nanda Maharaj, this child of yours is as good as Narayan in his transcendental qualities, opulence, name, fame. In his transcendental qualities and opulence, name, fame, and influence. He's exactly like Narayan. Thus, you should not be astonished by his activities. Nanda Maharaj continued, after Garga Muni spoke these words to me and returned home, I began to consider that Krishna, who keeps us free from trouble. Isn't that amazing? Krishna, isn't that true? Is Krishna keeping you free from troubles? That's how you know you've got the Lord. He's keeping us free from troubles. Is actually an expansion of Lord Narayan. Actually, it's the other way around, but the devotees, they want to see Krishna as more ordinary. This is actually, see, people that don't know Krishna also say a similar thing. They say Krishna is an expansion of Lord Narayan. But the Vrindavan residents say the same thing, but it's different because of their affection for Krishna. They don't want to see him as the opulent Narayan. They want to see Krishna as more like an expansion, diminish his opulence so they can have more intimacy and friendship. They don't want it to be, okay, you're an expansion. See, people in the world, they know the opulent form of Narayan is the greatest, and Krishna, is Krishna expands from Narayan. But it's really the opposite. Everything expands from Krishna, But the residents, they want to see it. It's just trippy, how this Mahamaya and Yoga Maya works. Yeah. Okay. Indra became angry. Oh, wait. Shukadev Goswami continued. Having heard Nanda Maharaj relate the statements of Garga Muni, the residents of Vrindavan became enlivened. Yeah, see, this is the thing. Just by hearing, by these discussions, they became enlivened, talking about Krishna. So, when you're getting relationship because you're starting to feel enlivened by these pastimes, hearing them, you start to feel really enlivened. See, you're developing relation. Their perplexity was gone, and they worshiped Nanda and Lord Krishna with great respect. Indra became angry when his sacrifice was disrupted, and thus he caused rain and hail to fall on Gokul, accompanied by lightning and powerful winds, all of which brought great suffering to the cowherds, animals, and women there. When Lord Krishna, who is by nature always compassionate, saw the condition of those who had only him as their shelter, he smiled broadly and lifted Govardhan Hill with one hand. Just as a small child picks up a mushroom to play with it, holding up the hill, he protected the cowherd community. May he, Govinda, the Lord of the cows and the destroyer of Indra's false pride, be pleased with us. Okay, so this is how Krishna acts when we have him as our shelter. Okay? He protects us. Otherwise, he's thinking, if you think the demigod's your shelter, he says, okay, well, they'll shelter you. If you think the police are your shelter, oh, okay, well, they'll shelter you, but he stays away. So that's one of the things in these times. The Lord takes away the shelter. People, after a while, the people in general thought, oh, wow, I thought the politicians were our shelter. They're trying to help us, and now they're turning against us. Okay? So a lot of people turn to God in these times, in some form, either Jesus Christ or Krishna. Seriously, because they find, look, our shelters are breaking up. They're they're not working. The medical field, they've been poisoning us, and now we're finding that out. Oh, we can't get shelter there either. And so, people are turning from the modes of ignorance for shelter, maybe towards the mode of goodness, which is a better shelter, like getting herbs and natural remedies instead of big pharma, who are putting poisons in stuff and all that stuff to hurt people. So they turn to higher modes for shelter, which is good. But ultimately, and also see the devotees, they turn to worship of Krishna on a level of vaidhi for shelter, but that it needs to be stronger than that. Even that's in the mode of goodness, and maybe there's some transcendental bliss in that, but still, you need to increase. To get ultimately the highest shelter is, especially for Vaishnavas, is Krishna Vrindavan. Okay? So how do you know you got that shelter? Well, you feel this attraction and this attachment. It's like, we were reading that verse in Bhagavad Gita. It was really good yesterday. Lord Krishna, Krishna says, he says, all living entities are in me, but I'm not in them. See? But that's not true for the devotees. See, so because the devotees are in Krishna, see, this is what the Lord is trying to help us learn, how to be in Krishna in his transcendental form, transcendental name. See? And then he appears in us, because Krishna said, all living entities are in me, but I'm not in them, because I don't associate with the material energy. See? So if our minds are in the material energy, in the modes, then that's all that's in us is Krishna's shadow. And Krishna identify, he doesn't identify, it's just my shadow, man. I identify with the spiritual potency. That's me. Okay? So if we can be purified enough to become attracted to be in Krishna's transcendental name, pastimes, and qualities, then his transcendental nature is in us. That's the secret. That's pure devotional service. That's the goal. Okay? Spontaneous love of God when we're in Krishna's transcendental name, form, pastimes. He appears in us, and you see the symptoms, the tears, the crying, the natural affection awakens in devotees. See? There you go. That's self-realization. Now you're finished with this world. It's all about that. No other goal beyond that. All the other knowledge, all AI stuff is all bullshit. Even AI doesn't know any of this that we're doing. That's why we don't get banned, because it doesn't understand. What are those guys doing over there? What are they doing? I don't know. Can you imagine? We outsmart AI. That's Krishna. Are they for us or against this? Don't know. Doesn't seem to go against what we say or do or anything, but in a sense, it's destroying the ignorance to the root. Okay? Because this is beneficial for everybody. Somehow, deep inside, everyone knows that. I know scripture, everything is more and more less poisoned, even organic. Yeah, everything. Yeah. So still, the devotees are protected by Krishna. And it's wonderful. So, Lord Indra and Mother Surabhi offer prayers. This chapter describes how the Surabhi cow, and when I was chanting today, it was really becoming really clear how that works, being in Krishna's transcendental name and form. And when you feel this bhakti awaken and the prema, this deep affection causing the tears and everything, now that's it, man. That's what it's all about. In having this transcendental relationship with God in his transcendental form or forms. And that's the true happiness in the world. That's the true protection. That's how we get elevated out of samsara. Really, we have to be in touch with the transcendental potency. Otherwise, we're in the material modes. See, that's samsara. That's all, because of attraction to his shadow, the darkness, all darkness. Yeah, we got to be in the Lord. Then devotion awakens, and now we can see. Otherwise, we're blind. This is why even religion, it's abandoned by real devotees where Krishna is in them in the transcendental potency, because it's not necessary anymore. Because the Lord on that level of religion and material motivated religion and all that, he's not yet in people. He's not in the sannyasis who are still on the external varnashram dharma level. Unless you're a sannyasi that's like in Krishna, and then Krishna's in you in his transcendental manifestation. That's the association people need, is with real devotees. You're not a real devotee until you feel the Lord's transcendental nature and presence awakened in you. You're blind. The blind leading the blind. Isn't that what Jesus said? Blind leading the blind. He would speak to people like large crowds, but he would speak in parables, because he said they got ears but they can't hear. See, they're not awakened yet. And then he turned to his disciples and he would tell them the deeper secrets. He said, well, the kingdom of God has been given to you. See, why? Well, they followed him, they listened to him, they believed in him. It's like here, the truth, these deep truths are given to you because you're coming. There are millions of devotees. They're not coming, but you're coming. Whoever, what do we got? Like 9 people here. Can you make, this is how secret this is. We heard yesterday in Bhagavad Gita, if anybody follows what we do. All this stuff is related and very important, Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita that this most confidential knowledge is of bhakti. It's very hard to understand. See? Millions of devotees don't understand it, but we do. See? Yeah, and because you don't find fault with me, I'll tell you these great secrets. See, you guys aren't finding fault with this. You're seeing Krishna is using this fool here to disperse these great secrets of bhakti. You're not finding fault with me, but so many do, and therefore they won't listen. They can't listen. Their ears are blocked up until the proper timing. That's why like the acharyas, they cast a big net and they catch so many people in this Vaidhi level because it's more easy to understand. But this secret of bhakti is hidden by the Lord's Maya, Yoga Maya. He keeps it a secret until you're ready to listen to the devotees the Lord empowers to disperse these secrets. Okay? And that's why people become saints. Those 11 persons who listened to Jesus, see, they were clean by the words. They heard from him, became saints, right? The St. Paul, is he a saint? St. John? These others didn't. It's no different now. You guys are all becoming saints just by hearing. Are you not? You're getting what? You're in Krishna and Krishna is in you, and we can see with our own eyes that Krishna is in persons like Lalita. That's a saint, isn't it? That's a saint. Come on, man. Let's be real. I think this is very real. This is as it is. This is truth. These gurus, Krishna's not in them, and they're called saint, or His Grace, His Holiness. But is Krishna really in them? Because if he's not, They're not saints. The real saint is the Lord. And if he agrees to be inside us, then that honor is given to the devotee, and only really them. Otherwise, it's called false prestige. See, people are the mass of Vaishnavas are on the level of religion, so it's all they're giving honor to people that where Krishna is not awakened in them yet. So that's false prestige. That can't deliver you, can it? It's not going to take you out of this. It's false. You got to be real. It's got to be real. Hey, man, is bhakti real in your life? Are you on the real path? Can you really feel Krishna? Is it really true he's inside you? Well, that's what's going on here. The millions of devotees need to know that, because when they know that and begin to give respect to the truth, they will be set free and delivered to Vrindavan. Otherwise, they stay here and take another birth. If Krishna does not appear, if Krishna appears in you, Guru Dev's out there and you followers of them, if Krishna appears in you, you will know we're speaking the truth. Otherwise, you're an illusion. You will know this guy's speaking Bhagavad Gita as it is. Otherwise, you're an illusion, man. Birds of a feather flock together, but there are not so many birds of this nature here, of the truth. See? If you really have Krishna in you, you know we're speaking the truth, because you will feel on the same, yes, that's how it is. I feel that. I can relate. I have relation. Hey, man, it's one transcendental family here. You know, if you're a real relative, you'll know what I'm saying is true. The book is saying it. I'm just repeating it and clarifying it and magnifying it and bringing forth new things because of the Lord's working here. If you can't see Krishna's working here in his transcendental potency, you're an illusion. You're an illusion, man. That's the truth. Should be. I love the truth. I was like, I committed to the truth, man. It's far out, man. It's so far out, man. Being the truth, I was just, yeah, that's how it is. It's like, yeah, man. What are we beating around the bush for, man? Krishna's working here. Can't you see it? Well, you come here long enough, you'll start to see that and be amazed. Yeah, these verses are in our hearts, man. We've surpassed Bhagavad Gita in that way. Krishna says all the world is in us, in me, but I'm not in them, but he's in us. We have these because, when we chant Hare Krishna or we chant the verses here, Krishna appears in us and we can experience his transcendental form and nature and qualities because of this affection and purification and love and all that stuff. Am I speaking the truth there, Lalita?
Yeah, you are. You are speaking the truth. The Lord is in us.
I guess you can relate, huh?
The Lord is in me, man.
See, there's a relative. I can identify with her, man. She's a relative. We have relation. But it's eternal. And if you come up here with a sourpuss saying, you keep coming here with your sourpuss and we'll get you. We'll make you a relative.
It's funny. That ignorance, yeah, it's a problem. It's a poison. Ignorance is a poison.
Come here. We'll drink that poison, man. We'll suck it up, man. Suck it out. We're empowered by that Lord. If he wants to suck out poison, he can do it here through us. Krishna can do anything. It says in Vrindavan, the Vrindavan devotees are almost as powerful as Krishna. It's a verse, Nectar Devotion. Yeah. Okay. So, this is today pretty far out today. A lot of truth coming out.
It's funny. Freddie writes Saint Lalita, and my family members who are also angry on me when they try to communicate with me, they start their letter or their messenger always with Saint Lalita.
Oh, they do.
Yeah,
They do it like a sarcasm, huh?
yeah.
Sarcastically. Oh,
Do
Saint.
you have 5
Saint
minutes for us,
Lalita.
Saint Lalita? Holy Lalita, maybe you can talk to us for 5 minutes. Thank you. And that's how they communicate with me now.
Yeah, the Christians, they started to call each other saints because when the Holy Spirit appeared in them, they realized, oh yeah, that's how the Lord is making saints. And this is same kind of mission with Lord Chaitanya. He just extended it. He wanted to give spontaneous love of God to the most fallen and make them saints. So and able to enter Vrindavan on the highest Dham. And so that's it, man. It's the same thing. Vaishnavas is just uncommon. It's like where the Pharisees were teaching and people didn't understand this Holy Spirit and that you could get it as a gift. Yeah, you guys come here. You come here and just listen long enough. You'll see that the gift of spontaneous devotional service is being given here. People have got it already. You just come here, wash your clothes, get purified, and you'll stop eating, kitri, unspiced kitri, and you become a real gopi, because that's what happens here. You get purified, your clothes get washed, the false ego comes out, and then Krishna fills you with the nectar of pure devotion.
Yeah. You've got to understand that you are a fault, or you have a false ego.
Yeah.
You discover it.
Yeah, false ego are the modes. And it's like yesterday, I love that verse where Krishna says this bhakti is the supreme secret. It's the only thing that will purify you. This pure bhakti. It's what takes you, when you get it inside you, then you surpass birth and death and samsara. Otherwise not, you take another birth. If you continue to find fault with saintly devotees who have this living saint in us, this Krishna is living in us. He's giving us everything. It's that intimacy. It's like, even though people can't see Krishna in us, it's the same thing. When Krishna was with his residents there, it's very intimate, and they have deep affection. Well, the same thing is here. We have Krishna's name and pastimes, and by being absorbed in them, that affection, that intimacy manifests. And that's the only thing that's really going to purify people in an amazing way and give them Vrindavan, is by associating here. This is very uncommon. A lot of people may be, oh, Radhe, but you don't see the symptoms of being like a resident with that kind of ecstasy, that kind of intimacy, that kind of relation. The tears are there and all this natural relation just by chanting the verses. So people got to learn what is real and what is still false. What is a false representation of the truth? It's like when Krishna, they erected a new Vrindavan replica, and he goes there, and there are only just statues there. See, but they came alive because Krishna had relation and affection. He saw the statues, and he felt, oh, they're there. He was in there, and all that. That's the advanced position. That's when Krishna gives you himself. Then you look at these names. They're like statues. If you don't have ecstasy, you look at these words and they have no feeling, no relation yet. They're like statues. The same thing with the deity. If you don't have relation, you look at the deity and affection does not arise in your heart. Ecstatic affection, you don't have really real relation.
A lot of people, they say, oh, they look at the deity, and then they look at a devotee, and then they get, what do you? In other words, they got no real relation yet. It's just show, or you got their material emotions. Oh yeah, it's just superimpose it on. It's not spontaneous. They're not alive. You got to get that by real affectionate devotees who are real devotees. Okay? And it's proven by what they understand, what they speak. They have the real understanding, the real knowledge of how to find Vrindavan and how to show the path of Vrindavan. And only they know. And because they have that real relation, real loving ecstasy in their worship. To those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, I give them the real understanding, the real knowledge to come to me. That's Gurudev. You don't have somebody like that, then they can't take you there. They just speculate. Speculation, you cannot find Vrindavan. No. If somebody has the Lord in their heart, they don't speculate. They just look at the verse and Krishna shows them. See? They don't glory in themselves. They glory in Krishna. People, they say, Krishna, Gaur, you're just full of yourself. You're an ego trip and all that. Oh, really? What? I glory in Krishna. Isn't that the way it's supposed to be? It's glorious. What? I'm not saying I'm anything. I'm saying Krishna's inside me. I feel it every day.
You can't deny him.
Huh?
You can't deny him.
No, I would deny him. I would be a liar. I'm not going to hear to lie. No, Krishna, I can't. You don't believe my word? Well, hey, look at the effect, because the Vedas say here, chapter 23 of Majja, and of so many places, if Krishna is in you, you have the what do you call it? The symptoms. The ecstasy, the tears, the joking, the laughter, all this symptoms of Krishna being in you. What's so hard to understand? What's the difficulty? What, you want me to deny that? What? Only I'll just let you deny that out there. You Vaidhi Bhaktas, you deny that and show where you're at, that you don't have any real relation yet. That should humble you a little bit. You deny it. I ain't going to deny it. I'd be a liar. It's like when they asked Jesus, the Philip, are you the Son of God? The Pharisees asked him, are you the Son of God? He said, yeah. Yeah, my God is inside me. He's awake. He's alive. And they ripped their cloths. See, they didn't believe. Okay? How dare they say that and all that? In other words, they don't know how it shows up. He did. Jesus knew. He said, he said, if I didn't admit the truth, I'd be a liar like you. And I'm not going to, no. You deny the truth. No, I ain't denying. God is in me. Of myself, I can't do anything. See, this is truth. Okay? And that's preaching it. Where's the false ego in that? To admit that God is in you and to have the symptoms of that. And and that's what Jesus said. You don't believe my word? How about believing in the works that God is doing in others? You come here, you listen long enough, then God awakens in you. Oh, this is what the scriptures say. If you have faith in a real devotee, and they're real and not a bullshitter and not a bluffer, not a clothesline, then that'll happen. You listen long enough, and then the Lord awakens in you, and then you have no doubt. Then people will be calling you a divine grace and all that stuff. Why not? God is living in you truthfully. People will see it and they'll say, yeah, man, God is in that person there. It's the Lord who makes the person a saint. It's just the Lord is using that body, and you give honor to where the Lord is in that temple. Why not? Then you get delivered. That's how it works. Always work like that. That's why people that have faith in Jesus, they became saints. The Holy Spirit awakened in them, but not in those who followed the Pharisees. It's the same thing. You follow these Vaishnava gurus and all that. If the Lord is not in them, and they don't have the symptoms of the tears and all that, then you don't get delivered yet. They're not even delivered. They can't purify themselves, nor you. That's what the verses say. Majja. Lord Chaitanya said, if you're a perfect Brahmin with those symptoms, oh, you're very regulated. Oh, so regulated. Oh, you're so Mr. Regulation. Oh, wonderful. You lived in caves. Oh, man, that's amazing. But where are the symptoms of deliverance? Where are the tears and the ecstasy in your worship? Where's the choking of the voice? Where that you really have this natural relationship with Krishna, because that's the symptoms of a person that has a relation. Where's this laughing like a madman? Where's this excessive rapture and bliss and trance? Where is it? Oh, nowhere to be seen. But people believe. See, they believe in illusions. They believe in lies. See, it's a lie. If you're a clothesline and oh, Gurudev, deliver me, but you don't have the symptoms of being delivered, that the Lord has given himself to you, his transcendental form, and then you pick up the name of Krishna, and sometimes you laugh, you cry, you choke up, or you pick up these verses of Vrindavan, and you're becoming ecstasy of affection for Krishna, and we can't see that. Nobody can see that. And you give maybe some bullshit ideas that, well, we don't show these things because they're not. And you just sit there and you just dryly chant these verses, and you expect everybody to believe you. I'm sorry, man. People believe Lord Chaitanya because they saw the symptoms of ecstasy in a tremendous way. They believed in the real followers of Lord Chaitanya because they saw the ecstasy, and then they got it because of believing in it. Here in Vaishnavism in Kali Yuga, this is jungle growth. We got to cut down so much jungle growth now to bring people to the level of spontaneous devotion. This is, Prabhupada was cutting jungle growth, and we're continuing cutting the final jungle growth so people can realize the truth. See? By speaking frankly. Yeah, go ahead.
Not showing the symptoms is actually not showing the glory of the Lord, not witnessing to the world what he is doing for you, what's really happening inside of you. Come on, show this to the world.
Well,
Shout this from the rooftops.
They can't. They have to. Those who don't have this, they have to come to the devotees who have it. That's the disciplic line, and are showing it. That means this love of God is being revealed. And if you say, oh, I don't like the revelation, I don't want it because of blah, 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 and all your speculations, well, you don't get it. It misses you. And those who come and because don't find fault with these confidential truths, they get it. Lord Chaitanya said, I don't give this bhakti, this love of God, to those who are proud of their knowledge. You think, oh, I know so much about Krishna and all that. Oh, you know this, you know the ways of the Holy Spirit. This is a great secret. The only way you can know is you got to come to experienced devotees where God is actually living inside them in a transcendental way, not in a dormant way. What good is that? He's hiding from that devotee, and he's hiding from those going to that person because they're not a devotee yet. Devotee means real devotion. The Lord has to give himself to us so that we can manifest and understand these things. See? To those who, again, Bhagavad Gita 10:10, to those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, Krishna gives them the real understanding. Okay? Without that, loving ecstasy is also Krishna. It's his form as the Spirit. He gives himself that intimacy. And then he points out, you see in this verse, you see this? This is the truth. See? And also, see that? This is a lie. Don't believe in Fauci. Don't believe in this. He's lying. Yes, I see, Lord. Thank you. Otherwise, we can't see. That's why you see the masses are blind. Because the Lord ain't, their relationship with the Lord is not strong enough. And he's not pointing these things out. Therefore, you got to go to the stronger devotees. There are a lot of Christians and still bamboozled by the authorities. There's a lot of Vaishnavas still bamboozled by the authorities. You got to find where a person is at the level of pure love of God, and then you're going to get increased protection. You know, it's like when you want to pay for insurance, you want the best insurance, you got to pay more. See? So it's the same thing with devotees and devotion. You got to go where those who have deeper devotion, you know, more, just deeper devotion. And then the Lord reveals so much to them and you can take advantage, otherwise not. I was talking to a lady. I said, you know, you got to have Jesus in you, you know. And she said, I got Jesus, but she's still believing in all this bullshit all day. Needs to be strengthened, you know. You need to be with the devotees, and that's proof of it. Is they see Krishna gives all protection when your bhakti is strong, not just pious, and you know, the lady was good, but still bamboozled by all these bullshitters out there, you know, believing in them. See, kind of mixture, alloy still. So anyway, that's the idea. You want to increase your understanding of Krishna consciousness. You got to be around devotees that have deeper devotion. The devotion reveals everything. See? The lack of it puts you closer to the Maya. See, closer into the darkness or mixtures of the darkness in some way. You know?
It's him who reveals his secrets and nobody else. It's Krishna.
Nobody else. It's Krishna.
And he does it in that way, if they want to believe it or not. But
yeah, and that's the thing. If you don't believe it, well, what can be done? You're not ready yet. You take another birth.
yeah.
So that's 99% of our 99% of this preaching is for people to develop faith that we're not liars, that we're telling the truth here. See? 99% of it is to develop faith, because with that faith, everything comes. You know, I've seen it in a sangha. Those whose faith has become strong, they get a lot of ecstasy, man. The Lord gives himself to you. He trusts you. Oh, you have faith in my real devotee, my real representative in this world, even though thousands of so-called devotees who are not awakened yet don't. Oh, here you go. You got over the test. Isn't that the way it works, Lalita?
Yeah.
Simple like that?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's a faith thing. Gets you over everything. But you can't be blind. Something has to stir inside you. You got to hear regularly. And so you have developed faith that's not blind. Faith that is from good thinking, you know, good understanding, you know, putting things together logically. See, so that's strong foundation. What do we got over here? I got some guy in the woods. Let's check him out.
I will be back. We'll be back.
Oh. I'm sorry, but you're not showing up there. Yeah, you were, but not. Okay, yeah. Shukadeva Goswami said, after Krishna had lifted Govardhan Hill and thus protected the inhabitants of Raj from terrible rainfall, Surabhi, so like we do, we lift the pastimes of the Lord up every day and are protected from the rain of Maya. You notice that? You notice how your day gets really good from this? Especially when you come to the point where you can take advantage of those pastimes and you're feeling attraction and everything, then your day, you're protected from the Maya. It's like this is the shot we need. We need a shot of this every day. What do you say, Tom? You agree?
We need the shot every day.
We got to take this vaccine, man. This is the vaccine. Vaccinate us against Maya. This one doesn't have any side effects. There's no aluminum in it.
We have the conclusive one in our veins. We are connected.
So Freddie says, Can you read what Freddie says, Tom?
I can look. Hare Krishna. Those who really have the Holy Spirit awakened in them will recognize others and won't compete or criticize them.
Well, yes and no.
Mm.
Yeah. The only because they lack a little knowledge. See, they only have that book with the Bible and the New Testament, which lacks the experience of these other devotees who came, like 1,500 years later. The Lord. It's just like, see, it's like people say, no, Jesus is the only one who came or is going to come and all that. But what is this? Why do you limit God? God can come. He's an unlimited God. Why? He can only come just because you speculate that he can come when you want. Who are you? Who are we? We're just these little atoms. So the Lord came again as Lord Chaitanya. So and to actually help us understand things even more. Forgot what my point was, but anyway, it was a good one, probably. Here we go. Let's see. There. So, Lily, Tom, read us something.
From Chaitanya Charitamrita?
Yes. Read chapter 3.
Adi, Madhya, or Antya?
Adi.
Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda,
I'm going to work on my smoothie here. I'll be back in a little bit.
Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Jai Shri Advaita Chandra, Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan. Chapter 3. The external reasons. Hare Krishna. The external reasons for the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I offer my respectful obeisances to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I offer my respectful obeisances to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. By the potency of the shelter of his lotus feet, by the potency of the shelter of his lotus feet, even a fool can collect the valuable jewels. Even a fool can collect the valuable jewels of conclusive truth from the minds of the revealed scriptures, from the minds of the revealed scriptures. All glories to Lord Chaitanya, all glories to Lord Chaitanya, all glories to Lord Nityananda, all glories to Lord Nityananda, all glories to Advaita Chandra, all glories to Advaita Chandra, and all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya, and all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya. I have given the purport of the third verse. Now, O devotees, please listen to the meaning of the fourth with full attention. May the Supreme Lord, who is known as the Son of Srimati Sachidevi, be transcendentally situated in the innermost core of your heart. May the Supreme Lord, who is known as the son of Srimati Sachidevi, be transcendently situated in the innermost core of your heart, resplendent with the radiance of molten gold, resplendent with the radiance of molten gold. He has descended in the age of Kali. He has descended in the age of Kali. By his causeless mercy, by his causeless mercy to bestow what no incarnation has ever offered before, the most elevated mellow of devotional service, the most elevated mellow of devotional service, the mellow of conjugal love. Lord Krishna, the son of the King of Braj, is the Supreme Lord. Lord Krishna, the son of the King of Braj, is the Supreme Lord. He eternally enjoys transcendental pastimes in his eternal abode, Goloka, which includes Vrajadham. He eternally enjoys transcendental pastime in his eternal abode, Goloka, which includes Vrajadham. Once a day of Brahma, he descends to this world to manifest his transcendental pastimes. Once in a day of Brahma, he descends to this world to manifest his transcendental pastime. We know that there are 4 ages, yuga, namely Satya, Treta, Dvapara, and Kali. These 4 together constitute one Divya Yuga. 21 Divya Yugas constitute one Manavantara. There are 14 Manavantaras in one day of Brahma. The present Manu, who is the 7th, is called Vavashvata, the son of Vivashvan. 27 Diva Yugas, 27 times 4,320,000 solar years of his age have now passed. At the end of the Dvapara Yuga of the 28th Divya Yuga, Lord Krishna appears on earth with the full paraphernalia of his eternal Vrajadam. Servitude, dasya, friendship, sakya, parental affection, vatsalya, and conjugal love, shringar, are the 4 transcendental mellows, rasa. By the devotees who cherish these 4 mellows, Lord Krishna is subdued. By the devotees who cherish these 4 mellows, Lord Krishna is subdued. Absorbed in such transcendental love, absorbed in such transcendental love, Lord Sri Krishna enjoys in Vraja with his devotees, with his devoted servants, friends, parents, and conjugal lovers. Absorbed in such transcendental love, Lord Sri Krishna enjoys in Vraj, which with his devoted servants, friends, parents, and conjugal lovers. Wow. Lord Krishna enjoys his transcendental pastimes as long as he wishes. Lord Krishna enjoys his transcendental pastimes as long as he wishes. And then he disappears. And then he disappears. After disappearing, however, he thinks thus. After disappearing, however, he thinks thus. For a long time I have not bestowed unalloyed loving service to me upon the inhabitants of the world. For a long time I have not bestowed unalloyed loving service to me upon the inhabitants of the world. Without such loving attachment, the existence of the material world is useless. Without such loving attachment, the existence of the material world is useless. Everywhere in the world, people worship me according to scriptural injunction. Everywhere in the world, people worship me according to scriptural injunctions. But simply by following such regulative principles, one cannot attain the loving sentiment of the devotees in Vrajabhumi.
Hello?
Yes,
Oh, good. It's still working. All right. Yeah. Isn't that amazing?
yes.
Um, um, without such loving, for a long time, Krishna has not bestowed loving attachment to himself. See, Lord Krishna, this incarnation especially, for a long time he has not bestowed it. And without such loving attachment, the whole world is useless. This is what devotees consider. It's that great. That's why devotees want to share this with others. They realize you're not even alive yet without this. And just if you just do rules and regulations in the Vaidhi, it's really weak love. It, and it shows it's not strong enough, because even a lot of devotees doing the Vaidhi, they believe in a lot of this stuff. And I gotta mute you there. Yeah, you mute yourself. Okay, great. Yeah, even it's too weak. You know, it can't usually can't even get you out of Maya. You got to flawlessly follow, rules, regularly. Maybe you get delivered, but the Lord wants to do it quickly, and so He has to bestow it. So He started Himself, as Lord Chaitanya, and then He gave this into the hands of His real devotees. And now, okay, you guys continue. Okay? And so now it's been a long time since He's really distributed this widely. Maybe a few acharyas have gotten it, but now it's being distributed again. Otherwise, that's why we preach like this. Wow, why are you doing this path? Why are you doing that? Where's the loving attachment to Krishna? It's useless without, and a lot of people don't like, why are you against our path? Why are you against Vaidhi? Why are you against? Well, it's not that we're against. It's like, hey, man, this is where real life is. If the Lord ain't living inside you, you're just in the Lord, but He's not in you. He's got to be in you in this transcendental presence. He's got to be in you in this loving ecstasy, which is transcendental, Shuddha Bhakti. Otherwise, you're not born yet. You're not alive. You got to be born to enter spiritually reborn, to enter the kingdom of real people, real persons. Otherwise, you're not real with these modes in you. Everything is just temporary, Your relationships are temporary. Your life is temporary. Your happiness is temporary. Everything is just temporary. Come on. Come to the world of the living. Let God live inside you, and you shall live again. Roll away the stone there, Karuna. Well, roll away the stone here. And you will come out of your grave, man, and stop looking like they're making all these zombie movies, because that's what people are without this bhakti. You're not alive. You're walking dead, walking around doing this, doing that for what? Then you die, and you take another birth, new family you get, new family, new wife, new husband, and they're all, so real. This is always going to be like this. And in a sense, it's really, this is a good thing that the Lord comes here, and then they take your kids, and you find out, oh my God, why are they taking my kids? Well, these are the authorities you believe in. They're lying to you, cheating you, all this. And now they're coming for their, for what they want, is their payment for your service to the illusion. See, so people start to see that you start to turn to God again and come into the eternal family. You have eternal life. You have eternal friendship with Krishna and real devotees who are real. So that's why the Lord came here to give this blessing, man. It's amazing. You know, this high thing that usually people don't come out of this illusion for millions of lives. They don't come out. And when a Jesus Christ comes, he starts pulling people out. When a Lord Chaitanya comes, he starts pulling people out, giving this gift. Without this gift, we can't come out of this illusion. We take another birth. Remember, early Brahma said, those who evince the symptoms of ecstasy are promoted to the kingdom of God. They do not take another birth. Maybe we'll go to like where Krishna's pastimes are. Because we're already in Krishna. You notice? Are we in Krishna's pastimes, Tom? Can you see that?
I feel I'm tuned in to that, yes.
You're tuned into it. So never tune out of it. Yeah. Go ahead. Read some more. Anything you want to say, Lolita, about this? No? Okay, good. Go ahead. I'll work on myself.
Okay. Text 16.
Is there anything Karuna wants to say about this?
Funnily enough, yes. I was just scrolling through Facebook and I saw the cutest little Vaishnavi you could ever imagine, pure as the driven snow, sincere, humble, really dedicated to Krishna consciousness.
Yeah.
And oh, there she is. I remember her from Leicester. Let me see what she's up to. And I just saw her, she was doing a Zoom meeting with this Prabhu, where she has to go to different levels of attaining some certain credential to be accepted by a certain echelon of a certain society. Mm-hmm. And she memorized about what I felt maybe about 20 verses, mm-hmm. like a parrot. Right. And she just kicked into this, and it was like, oh my God. And the guy who was teaching her, he was going, I wish more devotees would understand the importance of pronunciation in Sanskrit. I wish more devotees would be able to appreciate. I mean, yes, of course, we can appreciate the verses, but not to a point that you have to learn 30, 40, 50 verses like a machine. I mean, I know you say it and we say it over and over again, but when you see somebody actually sitting there and believing the bullshit, what he's doing, what these teachers are doing, is that they're quilting their own throne. They're saying, well, I've learned 50 verses because my mind works that way. Mm-hmm. So you little plebeians have to learn 15 verses and then we'll respect you. But if you don't learn it, then we can't really respect you because you haven't learned all the verse. And you could just see it's a setup. They're just setting themselves up to be put in a position of, I've learned this, this, and this, and you are learning this, this, and this, and one day you will. But until then, keep learning.
Yeah. So
it's material. It's material thinking.
Yeah. So you're going to have to repeat this verse and memorize it. You have to say, forgive them, Father, they know not what they do. Forgive them, Father, they know. Yeah, what are you going to do? You know, people are, they need to learn these things, and that's what we're here for. We're here to help the devotees become, increase their bhakti, to understand what is the real thing and how to attain it fast, quick.
Tune in deeper.
Yeah, tune in deeper.
The thing is, they put so much effort. I mean, they spent weeks and weeks and weeks preparing and learning, and a lot of effort, a lot of puja, a lot of morning programs, a lot of effort to then say to somebody, that's not really what Lord Chaitanya came to give us.
Mhm.
It's such a slap in the face. And it's like,
Yeah.
all my back-breaking blood and sweat and tears looking after a bunch of cows,
Mhm.
not quite exactly what Prabhupada had in mind.
Mhm.
It's a bitter pill to swallow, but once it goes down, hallelujah.
Yeah. So that's right. Okay, Tom. No, Lalita, your turn.
Really? Already?
Yeah, you. You can choose whatever you want there, Lalita.
I know. Okay. I want to read from Chaitanya Mangala.
All right.
Something that touched me a few months ago, and that will touch me again, I'm sure.
Mm.
And then I will explain what was really the touching part. Did I lose it again? I have no pages here, so
Just read it. It's okay. Just read wherever you are.
but I found it. Rukmini's lamentation. All glory to my Guruji, Srila Gora Haritas. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. All glory to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. All glory to Jagannath Babaji, to Bhakti Vinod Thakur, to Lord Nityananda, to Lord Chaitanya, Jaya Jaya, Jaya Jaya, Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rukmini's lamentation. The good-natured, topmost queen, Rukmini, along with Mitravinda and Nagnayiti, joyfully received Lord Krishna. Rukmini washed his lotus feet with scented water and offered arati, taking Krishna's feet as her. This is extremely beautiful, really. It's full of beauty. Taking Krishna's feet as her only property. Rukmini held them to her breasts while looking lovingly at the Lord. Rukmini cried uncontrollably. Chakrapani, becoming astonished, asked Rukmini, "Oh Devi, I can't understand why you are weeping. Please tell me why you are crying so profusely. The whole world knows that you are my favorite. Who is more dear to me than you?" Krishna continued, "Have I disobeyed any of you? Have I disobeyed any of your orders or done anything wrong, my dear? Are you still disturbed over that time I joked with you? Feeling guilty about that, I tried to pacify you in many ways, but I couldn't soften your heart." Remembering that time when Krishna spoke cruel words to her, Rukmini spoke in an angry tone. mixed with affection. My heart may be hard, but still I am most fortunate in that you are my life and soul. Rukmini continued, my lord, the lotus feet are more dear to me than even you yourself. After drinking Matvika, Lord Shiva dances continually, hoping to attain your lotus feet. Prabhu, you know everything there is to know, but how is it that you don't understand the heart of one who loves your lotus feet? It is so touches me so deep because this is Krishna. Why Krishna came actually. One of the reasons why he descended is Lord Chaitanya. You will understand the intensity of the love I feel if you cultivate Radha Bhava, the mood of the mood of Srimati Radharani's selfless love within her heart. Becoming astonished by hearing these words of his dearmost Queen Rukmini, Lord Krishna asked her to explain it again. Lord Krishna said, oh Devi, I did not understand exactly what you just said. What is it that remains unknown to me? Your words have captivated my heart. I have never heard before that there was something which I didn't understand. What is the rare substance which is most valuable in the three words? Worlds must be, though I cannot perceive the meaning of your words. My mind has become blissful just by hearing you. Oh Devi, I beg you, please tell only me. With complete faith in the lotus feet of the Lord, I, Jana does describe these transcendental pastimes. The power of Krishna's lotus feet. Murari Gupta then continued. Rukmini Devi, the goddess of fortune, replied to Lord Krishna, my dear Lord, you are the crest jewel of all transcendental qualities. Within your heart, you can't know where I'm crying, even though everything is known to you. You don't know the power of your lotus feet. My heart weeps because soon you will leave my palace and go away. The fragrance, the fragrance of your lotus feet spreads in all directions. Simply smelling that fragrance frees anyone from old age and death. One who drinks the nectar of your lotus feet becomes transcendental to day, night, and the passing seasons. The pure devotees all lovingly clasp your reddish lotus feet are worshipped by the whole world, and the world becomes auspicious by worshipping. And the world becomes auspicious by worshipping the feet of such pure devotees. Rukmini continued, my dear Lord, you control everyone in the three worlds. No one can control you. Now please listen. I'm going to tell you something from the bottom of my heart. Whoever has intense attachment to serving your lotus feet will definitely taste transcendental ecstasy. Because I am completely devoted and surrendered to you. I can experience the ecstasy of worshipping your lotus feet. You, however, you are the Supreme Lord. So how can you understand this ecstasy besides me? Only Srimati Radharani knows how to relish the mellows of love and taste the highest transcendental pleasure. Although devotees discuss these topics throughout the day and night, they are always amazed by the unique qualities of Radharani's pure love for you. Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune, Lord Brahma, the demigods and the demigoddesses are all eager to serve your lotus feet. By receiving the nectar of your feet, they all attain spontaneous devotional service. Kamala, the goddess of fortune who always lies on your bed, enjoys your kissings and loving embraces always desires to attain your lotus feet. Who can estimate the unlimited glories of your lotus feet? Even after enjoying so much happiness, the goddess of fortune longs for the mercy achieved by serving your lotus feet. Only Radharani, who enjoyed with you in Vrindavan, she can understand this completely. No one can compare with Radharani. It mystifies me how Radharani binds you so completely with her transcendental qualities, even today. Your heart pines for her, and tears pour from your eyes whenever you chant the name of Radha. Just see the power of Radha's pure love. Now I am ecstatic to have your lotus feet in my home. Fearing our inevitable separation, I can't help but cry. The taste of serving your lotus feet overpowers my attraction to you. In transcendental love, your devotees always hanker for your lotus feet. They meditate upon you and they absorb themselves in your pastimes. You are the only shelter of the pure devotees. Lakshmi Devi always serves your lotus feet with a desire to love you. Although you are her Lord and Master, you fail to reciprocate with her desire and give pain in her heart. Whoever wants to taste an unlimited supply of nectar will find it by serving your lotus feet. Lakshmi and Saraswati think themselves most fortunate to have surrendered at your feet, even if you neglect them. Who overtastes the ecstasy of your love considers the four kinds of liberation and even residence on Vaikuntha to be most insignificant. It's a quality of your lotus feet that they manifest pure ecstatic love of God in those who serve them. With folded hands, I pray to you, my dear Lord, your feet. Your feet are sweeter than lotus nectar. Please give me this benediction. May I, may I become a honeybee forever. Attached to your lotus feet, fearing separation from you, my heart trembles in lamentation. Grant me the boon that you will never leave my home. In reality, this was not a prayer of Rukmini Devi, but rather an outburst of love gushing from her heart of pure devotion. Thus I, Luciana Dasa, sing the declaring glories of the Lord. Murari Gupta continued narrating the story to Damodara Pandita. Murari said, after hearing Rukmini Devi's wonderful words, Krishna's heart danced in ecstasy, his lotus eyes reddish like the rising sun. Filled with tears of compassion, sitting on his throne, Lord Krishna gently placed Rukmini on his lap and consoled her. He held Rukmini's chin with his right hand and lovingly looked at her. Waves of nectar overflowed from the ocean of prema within their hearts. Lord Krishna said to Rukmini, "Oh, my beloved, I've never heard such an amazing and wonderful description. Until today, no one has ever suggested to me that I should personally taste the love that my pure devotees have for me." This is the end of this reading. Where is everybody? Hare Krishna.
Is there anything you feel that you can explain about what you read?
It's so that actually for me this shows why the Lord came. One of those confidential reasons, or one of the reasons why Lord Chaitanya came, to taste the love that devotees feel by worshipping him. that he wanted, this is one of the reasons why he came. I think he wanted to have this taste. Therefore he came as a devotee.
Ah.
Of course, he came for other reasons also, but
Anything else come to light from this pastime? Any other points in there?
Radharani's love is always higher than the Rukmini's, and the Vrindavan pastimes are most deep and important, and those at being attached on the lotus feet of Vrindavan Krishna is more powerful than is the most powerful way to worship, though.
How about, why don't you read some more from there?
Oh, okay. You tell me, Guru Maharaj, what's more inside?
What I have to go over because I forgot.
Oh.
Let me see. Okay, actually, I'll do that because I read that so many times. I really like it. I'll look. I'll get that up here. Well, actually, I'll tell you later. Go on with the next chapter. And I'm kind of eating this here.
Krishna reveals the form of Gauranga. Suddenly, just at that moment, the great sage Narada Muni arrived in Dwaraka. His heart was full of anxiety and he appeared disturbed. Rukmini Devi stood up respectfully and welcomed the sage with sweet words. Krishna offered an ashana to Narada. He bathed his feet and then affectionately embraced him. In a happy mood, the Lord inquired about Narada's well-being. Narada's eyes were reddish and brimming with tears of divine love. His voice was choked up and his body was shaking. Narada was so overwhelmed from seeing Krishna that all he could do was cry. Though trying repeatedly, Narada couldn't speak due to the effect of transcendental ecstasy. Lord Krishna said to Narada Muni, "O great sage, please tell us clearly why you are so unhappy and disturbed. You are dearer to me than my own life. I know also that I am your very, very life and soul. It devastates me to see you in such a condition." Narada Muni replied, "My dear Lord, what shall I say? You are the Lord of everything that exists. You are the supersoul in all living entities. Singing your holy names and qualities is my nectarian footstep. Enchanted by your transcendental qualities, I traverse the unlimited universes, preaching your glories. However, when I can't hear your names, When I can't hear your names being chanted, and when I see the conditioned souls intoxicated by pride, absorbed in materialistic activities and devoid of Krishna consciousness, it gives me great pain. I don't see any means of deliverance for these people. Therefore,
You see how people here are becoming like Martyr Mooney, like I was saying. You become attracted. See, start where Narada Muni is speaking again to Krishna.
Okay.
Answer.
Narada Muni replied, "My dear Lord, what shall I say? You are the Lord of everything that exists. You are the super soul in all living entities. Singing your holy names and qualities is my nectarian foodstuff."
Yeah, you see, there you go. This is a devotee. It's chanting the name, the fame, the pastimes of the Lord gives them life because it causes the Lord to appear in them. See? Otherwise, you're just like in Krishna, but Krishna's not in you. So devotees know that. You feel like empty and hollow. And so the devotees realize, oh, I want to associate with Krishna. So they chanted his names, his fame, pastimes, just like Narada Muni. People become like that here. After you pass from this body, you'll be able to, if you want to be like a Narada Muni, naturally in your heart, you can go all over the universe because you're fixed in bhakti. You know it's real. And with that, and there are so many beings in this universe where they're in Krishna, but not Krishna's not in them. See? And you can help them. Okay. We're even here, we're able to help people here because we're learning that how Krishna can appear in us by engaging in devotional service, coming in this way, coming in through devotees, by associating with devotees. Krishna will manifest in us, which is the greatest gift in this world. There is no other treasure better than this. It's better than having billions of dollars like these rich people, is to have Krishna appear in us, because this sets us free from the cycle of birth and death. I mean, and that's just a byproduct. That's not, any big deal.
That's indeed, that's just a byproduct, because
it's a byproduct. Yeah.
it's about how do you feel? How do you feel? You can give me diamonds, somebody can give me diamonds, but it doesn't give me better feeling inside. I can say, wow, this is a nice diamond, but it's external. It's still not something inside. You need to have this depth feeling inside, and nothing external can give you that.
Yeah. I mean, people get some feeling from diamonds, but it's superficial. And it's insignificant compared to the transcendental feelings that awaken inside a liberated soul. And this is the greatest gift. People not coming to this, understanding this, is really like it. We read the verses, the poorest of the poor. You don't know what real wealth is. You don't know how to obtain it. So we're here we're here to make millionaires spiritually to people. So when teach people how to get the Lord to awaken in your heart, so that you're in Krishna when you chant his names and his pastimes, and he awakens in you. And it's not just a sadhana, a vaidhi thing. Right, Karuna? You want that, right? Yeah. You want to chant his name and not be Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. You want Krishna, Krishna, and then like Lalita. You want to be like Lalita? Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I think
certain aspects of her, yes.
How about you want to be married to Balaram?
I can be married to Balaram, no problem.
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Send them over there. Send them to Karuna.
He doesn't want to come to Turkey. It's so hot here, he says.
Yeah.
I can't. I have to get shot before I go.
Oh God, forget it.
Yeah.
Now it's bad. England, yeah.
It's funny what you're saying. Well, not funny. It's just the internet now is becoming more and more. Now that we're all at home, you can make money from the comfort of your own house. And there's so many ads. Invest here, invest there. It's so easy these days. You can even make money playing computer games. You can actually download games and play games all day, and you can actually make money. And a tiny little voice inside my head goes, oh, money, 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 money. And then I think about you, and I go, forget it.
Yeah, right. So that's it, man. It's when Krishna becomes your foodstuff, and you realize, this is real significant. This is real life. Then you're set free, and you can go to any universes and preach. Just wake people up. Isn't it a great service? It's really nice. Even like videos like this, after a while, people start to realize, oh, really, this is something different. Yeah, well, we're revealing what Krishna says is the secret of secrets. All if you just don't find fault in this preaching, you see it's done by persons who are actually experienced devotees. They're experiencing these things. Then then you can take advantage.
Yes, this idea is so good because they see your preaching, they see our reactions, they see that it works. And they don't have to watch videos of the witnesses because the witnesses are here. You're explaining everything. It's nice, really, very, very interesting. Yeah.
The most interesting once you get
Most
the
interesting.
next. These secrets have never been revealed. Okay, what's the next sentence?
Okay. I'm going. Singing your holy names and qualities is my nectarian's foodstuff, enchanted by your transcendental qualities. I traverse the unlimited universes, preaching your glories.
There you go.
Yeah.
Read that sentence again because I forgot.
Singing your holy names and qualities is my nectarian foodstuff, enchanted by your transcendental qualities. I traverse the unlimited universes, preaching your glory.
Can you, everybody should ask themselves, can I relate to that? Because if you can, that means you're coming to that place. Enchantment is one of the devotional symptoms. You become enchanted with the transcendental qualities of the Lord. And by that power, it's like rocket fuel. You can go anywhere. You can just go right out of the atmosphere. Boom, because you're not free. The gravity of illusion cannot hold you back anymore. Right? You learn the secret of secrets. We're training Narada Munis here. This is the elite camp, man. This is the Green Beret for transcendental rocket ships. What's the next sentence? What? Go ahead.
You are the trainer, my God. However,
this is Bhakti Boot Camp. Bhakti Boot Camp, man. Oh, you're ready, man. Get those. He's come here every day, man. Lift those weights, man. Go. One more rep.
so pump it up.
Up, down, up, down, up, down. All right, next sentence.
However, when I can't hear your names being chanted, and when I see when I can't hear your name being chanted, and when I see the conditioned souls intoxicated by pride, absorbed in materialistic activities, and devoid of Krishna consciousness, it gives me great pain.
Be intoxicated by pride. This is what I see for Vaishnavas is the biggest challenge. Because if you can't taste these bhakti mellows, then the pride naturally develops by getting positions. Because you got to relish Ras. And you get it. It's just like a person. You ever seen these people? They win the lottery. And they don't really deserve the money. And then they destroy themselves. They just get too involved and they blow their money and they get wrapped up. And because they're not qualified to have the money. They just got by some lottery thing, they win. It's the same thing. Yeah. Same thing with spiritual life. If you are not really qualified to be a bona fide spiritual master to deliver your dependence, then it's like that. You can't taste. See, only the devotee who is absorbed in transcendental mellows, like the book says, Adi Lila, chapter 1, and you're a devotee Bhagavat, and people can really see that. They can even check the book and see what you're saying is actually in there, and that you're a living representative of that book. If you're not like that, you cannot deliver your dependence, because you got to taste these transcendental mellows, which dissolves all the karmas that are fed into you by being in that association, intimately with disciples. Otherwise, it'll overwhelm you, and you'll develop all kinds of terrible things. This is why we see gurus often. They're often like in the closet and pedophiles and all kinds of weird things, because they pick up a lot of heavy karma and they can't dissolve it. And the say, oh, Guru Dev, let me throw all my karma on you, and they can't dissolve it. It's only bhakti that dissolves it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also because they do austerities, etc., and then they become pedophiles because they don't have normal relationships.
In other words, they don't know the real path by experience. They have to be taught by Krishna, taught by relishing mellows to dissolve the obstacles in their own heart. This bhakti, this pure bhakti, and that gives a person qualification. That's why we can speak about all these secret things. These are great secrets. There's nobody teaching stuff like this. I've never seen one person. They talk about, it's like external. It's like a parrot, parroting all these things, but there's no really deep realizations. Even in the Raganuga thing, it's all Radhi, but I haven't seen the depth of the actual experience of going through the purification, the actual, the details that come from an experienced devotees who are getting real bhakti ras. I only see this pride thing that they're talking about, because people are in positions as gurus and leaders, and they're heaping on, becoming more and more proud. They can't prove that that the Lord's mercy is upon them. They got it by hook or crook and by being tricky and all that stuff. I've seen so much of that. I've been to Vrindavan. I've been going to India every year for so many years, and it's hard to find. It's hard to find somebody that has this bhakti that's purifying them, and then you can be a real guru and deliver other people. I mean, that's our example here. People right before the eyes of the world on Facebook are being delivered. That's all I'm doing is pointing out. You see what the book says. You see what the living representatives. You see they're actually getting delivered. You see it. Look at it. They have the symptoms of deliverance. They're delivered right before your eyes. You don't see this all blah, 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 talk, and vitey, and prancing around the stage and sitting on high seats, big sticks going around, rah, and nothing, no deliverance, no essence of truth. Here it's all manifest right in the eyes. But, it's like we're preaching to blind people usually. It takes a while to force their eyes open.
Yeah. Open eyes, yeah. And see what's happening.
Yeah. People are not awakened yet, but gradually some are. I mean, that's why people are coming here gradually, one by one. Because it's all about, hey man, if you're in the right position, right place, you'll be delivered. It's that simple. The mercy is being given again. It's a revival of Lord Chaitanya's grace. You come here, you hear here regularly, everything, you get purified. You just pay attention fully, you'll get purified and you will awaken. You pay attention there, Karuna?
Yeah, yes. Yes. Hello, Hare Krishna. I wanted to say something about Narada Muni going around all the universes. And you always think, oh well, that means I need a subtle body, or I need, blah blah blah. But actually, when you think about it, every jiva's soul is like their own universe. There's a whole universe going on inside each jiva's soul, you know. So we can be Narada Muni even walking down the street by just interacting with these different universes out there. There's so many. They're all out there going shopping and social distancing. We can interact with their universe. We can come in and go, hey.
Well, Narada Muni can manifest bodies, even material bodies. I mean, he does. Actually, once Prabhupada said, and Narada Muni came to the temple and did this thing with the pujari, made some jokes. He said, aha, there's a malecha serving the deity. And then and he was wearing a suit, actually. And then the devotee went to Prabhupada and said, this guy came up in a suit and said, aha, he laughed at me that I was a malecha serving deities. And Prabhupada laughed and said, yeah, that was Narada Muni. He just came in, made a joke. How else is he going to preach in the material universe? People, they have these, what do you call, reptiles. They seem to be late shape changers and all kinds of stuff they can do.
Continue?
Yeah, continue.
Okay. Therefore, my mind is always disturbed thinking about this. I have now revealed to you whatever sorrows I had in my mind. In your presence, by the mercy of your lotus feet, I feel greatly relieved. Hearing the words of Narada, Lord Krishna smiled compassionately and he said, listen, great sage, somehow you have forgotten about the previous event. Narada, don't you remember the time that you gave my Mahaprasada remnants to Lord Shiva? After Parvati Devi ate some, she promised to distribute my Mahaprasada to all living entities. Lord Krishna continued, listen, Narada, I just heard a wonderful description from Rukmini. As a result of that, I want to promise you, Narada, that in the age of Kali, I will manifest a form filled with humility. I shall become a devotee of myself in order to taste the happiness relished by my pure devotees. Not only will I experience the bliss of Prema Bhakti, but I will give it out to everyone in the world.
See, you got to experience the bliss of Prema Bhakti to be able to give it out. That's why if love of God is going to be manifest in this world again, the devotee has to taste the bliss of Prema Bhakti. And then whoever believes in this Prema, whoever develops faith in that devotee, whoever comes and hears that devotee will also get it, and that's just how it's, otherwise this hiding it in Vaishnavism is after a while it's ridiculous. It's like, what is the whole point of Krishna consciousness? It's used to the Lord. He even says, without this prema, it's useless. It's let's see here, just a second here. Okay. Yeah, this world is useless without this prema. What do you think there, Shama Sundari? Oh, yeah.
Hare Krishna, yeah. Oh, yeah. I love this lecture. And yeah, I have an impression that lately Lord is speaking through Lalita. She has so conclusive comments, so sharp, so yeah. It can be seen that she's your devotee. Hare Krishna, everybody.
It's from that bhakti. That's the only way we become conclusive, is this bhakti awakening us, and we know, the Lord shows these things. What are you drinking there?
Me?
Huh? What did your guru think about you drinking coffee before? Of course, he didn't drink coffee, right?
Who knows?
Oh, who knows?
Ima always, when it came about these regulatives and regulations, I was always so brave and authentic, and I said, yeah, I understand that it makes sense, but I'm doing this. I drink coffee. I always, I never pretend. And I always said that I like it, and it doesn't collide with my chanting or with my remembering Lord.
And what did he say?
I don't remember. In this case, we had some conversations, and I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm just curious.
Yeah. Well, he's a guru, but even the most so-called low-class devotees, those who were associating with me and Lalita Madhava, oh my God, they were always talking bad about him because he didn't follow the rules completely. Always trying to find fault. But he never covered it, He never hide it. Then you're
I know how can I. I'm sorry.
No.
You're talking about.
I know how can I answer.
Who are you talking about, Lalita? I don't know who you're talking about.
Well, for instance, we were sitting on a terrace and he was drinking a glass of beer. And devotees saw him, and then they turned their back because, he's drinking beer and or coffee, or seeing Coca-Cola, a bottle of Coca-Cola in the car, an empty bottle. Oh, you drink Coca-Cola.
Oh, the devotees. Yeah. That's yeah, fighty.
Yeah, I know how can I answer your question. Sometimes Gurudev was emphasis on these rules and regulations, and sometimes he was talking about really, really high standard things, and I was always like, yeah, but I'm far away. I mean, I don't want actually. I mean, and I was like this, and he said then. I understand, but I am guru and I have to say like this. So he was admitting that he has this role and he has to talk this way. And it was always this fire between him and devotees was always about this. Then devotees were sincere, they wanted to be themselves, they came for Krishna, they were actually honest, nobody was pretending. But because he had this of expressing, of measuring people, there was too big distance, and at some moment they felt like, okay, he doesn't see us, he doesn't feel us, he doesn't listen to us, and additionally he's saying that we are stupid. And because there is just one agenda for the happiness, or actually you have no right to happiness. You need to serve blindly, and then maybe you will get something.
Yeah.
But better not talk about this and not show anything, because who are you?
I see. Yeah. Yeah, it's just what
This kind of.
yeah, it's just what kind of standards do you have? They just teach that in Vaishnavism. It's all about fasting. It's all about being high standard of external perfection. See, externally you got to do it, but it's just a superficial level, and it doesn't work very well. It just creates frustration and
Yeah.
It
but
creates
the Lord,
emotions and feelings
yeah, you
opposite to
feel,
bhakti completely.
yeah, conflict causes more conflict, like we
Conflict.
don't have enough conflict. Anyway, Lord Chaitanya resolves all that conflict. He just gives his mercy uh, as you are. When you make the real connection with his real associates, that's where you feel the real shelter. You actually experience that, and so that's proof. Is that's it? Proof has to ultimately come in the witnesses, because one devotee generally, you have to be called. Usually, like Jesus came, and John the Baptist was also pretty high in consciousness and could recognize him. So even when a devotee is preaching, they preaching high things. If they're want to attract, like high quality persons, they got to preach the real truth. But the ones who come first are those who are kind of evolved. They can get it. The Lord allows them to get it, and then you witness. Oh yeah, this is the right level. This is the real truth. See, and then people start to gradually see it. It's not easy. It's a very deep secret, this bhakti. Even though when it's explained, it's really like no brainer.
It's fantastic
Yeah,
to hear it explained.
yeah, yeah. And if you listen to how it's explained, then you'll see, boy, that was really easy to learn. Yeah, well, you come the right way, and it's very easy. Otherwise, it's impossible. The Lord hides all this stuff, especially from the proud. If you got pride, you can't
Yeah,
understand any of
that's
this.
something that I realized by those rules and regulations, that actually it makes the pride or the pride and the jealousy bigger,
Yeah,
Yes.
because people start to measure each other and oh and find fault, and you don't follow the rules completely, and I chant more rounds than you, and I finished my rounds already, and all these competition things, no needed actually. Hare Krishna, Yamuna.
Yes, this is absolutely true.
Mm.
This only shows that people from this age of Kali Yuga, this is not the way. I mean, eh, because of this short time of living and this contamination and this consumptionism, this is more dangerous that it should be.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Anyway, we've got a mission here.
Yeah, and I think everybody, I don't know, I think almost everybody, what I notice, people are describing like, oh, I always felt it in my heart. I always didn't want to follow the structure. I always was a little bit careful in my heart, Everybody, I always so empath. I could digest others' energies and moods, and it was too painful for me. Everybody described this kind of experience. So it was something in our heart which had to be activated. But when we were alone around of the world, and we were meeting this matrix people, this structural religion people, we were still confused.
Mm-hmm.
And this only confirm what Guru does always emphasize, that it has to be given by other devotee who is awakened, it's like activation, like waking this what
Yeah.
we already.
Yeah. Activation. Uh-oh. Is she buffering for you guys too?
Yeah, she's gone. She's frozen.
Frozen. Yeah. She's
Mm.
not all frozen here. Maybe it'll start coming back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's back.
Yeah,
You
you're
make
just buffering a little bit there. Yeah. So how'd your corona test come?
Yamuna doesn't hear anything.
You hear something now? We
I
hear
can't hear
you.
anybody.
I hear you.
I
That
don't
means
know why.
We hear you.
we hear you.
I'm just going to turn my phone off and on.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So
So-
it took very fast. Everything was everything was prepared. The state paid it. It was a little bit too deep in throat. I mean, it was really deep in the throat. But I got today results and I am negative.
Oh, good. Yeah.
And my isolation finished because of it.
All right.
6 days before.
See, Krishna, take care of you.
Yeah. Actually, Krishna. You know, to be honest, I'm exploring my relationship with Lord. I'm exploring Holy Name. I admire devotees of the Sangha. I'm listening you daily, and I'm trying to be focused and settled. You know, and self-observation. Those stuff are really mine. I try to use this conscious of God to be good friend, good girlfriend, good daughter, and make it just good, you know. And so this is what I'm doing. It's not a lot, but I feel this mercy so much. I'm doing something during the day, and then things are happening, and I can feel, I can hear inside that this is like a gift, like bonus, like okay, this space is working for you. These people are really good for you, and it's happening over and over and over. And then when something different is coming to my space, then I think, okay, what I did, what I thought, what was my motive? Maybe was it contamination? Maybe was it material? Maybe was it egoistic? And then I'm coming sincerely to Lord, and I'm checking what I did that now I feel so unsure. I feel so confused, and then lessons and realizations are coming. Sometimes I need to admit that I was too materially focused, but in sincere mood, in your heart, because Lord is always watching, then you don't have to. I'm not getting bad results. I mean, this karma feels like it doesn't collect itself.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So it's nice life. Hare Krishna, Yamuna. Yamunaka.
I had to arrange everything here. It's like do a little housekeeping here. Just get people up and down. Yeah. So what's the news, Yamuna?
Really? You might hear a bit of a bang. I hope it's okay.
That's okay.
No, I don't feel guilty, but I feel a bit bad that I haven't been in class today. I've had to sort some things out and rest a bit, and I don't feel right that I haven't been in class.
Oh,
because I'm always in class.
confirmed. Confirmed.
To do some material stuff, you know, sometimes we have to do material stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to sort that out, and which needed it really. I feel really good. I feel really strong. Krishna empowered me with strength to be able to speak what I need to speak instead of holding it in and then, you know, like blowing up, but just speak it out, and it seems to be really great. My path is yeah, my karma has gone down, like you said yesterday. It's not around too much karma, which is really lovely. I feel I know I shouldn't say that because I shouldn't say should. As I really love to read the Chaitanya Bhagavat more than any of the other books at the moment. I did read that for Prodhananda Sudhanidhi this morning. I read a few verses on that. And I'd really like to start reading some books on the Goswamis and the Acharyas. I haven't really done that yet too much. No, I haven't done it at all, actually. So that's what I would like to do as well. But you asked me yesterday, have I finished the chapter I was reading? Guru Maharaj is really long. The Anchilita chapter 5 is really long chapter. So I really want to finish that book. I really want to really want to finish that book. I think that's why I read it more than the others. I do feel empowered. I do feel when I'm crying, it's coming from somewhere else. It's not, it's like you said, you know, stream of tears flowing. It's like that. And it's not me. And when I'm laughing, it's really that is even more. It's like it's somebody else. So I feel a little bit like I have these feelings in my heart and my chest and my neck, really sweet feelings and in my heart. But I feel like when I'm chanting and crying, I feel that I'm disconnected. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like I want more. I need more of Krishna. Feel his. I don't know. I'm just greedy. It's not enough.
Yeah, it's not enough. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's just that's what draws you closer is the Lord is burning away all these things. Because I notice like sometimes when you're crying, it's I can see like layers being burned off. You know, it's like still a bit of a mixture there, but that's good because the Lord is burning away. It's like burning the mask off. You know, this bhakti is very powerful. And then you start, simultaneous, and they just start shining through more and more. Yeah, so that's the process. It makes it easy. Otherwise, can you imagine trying to burn off the false ego without anything to burn it? You got no fuel. You know, it's this bhakti that does it. It's
just sometimes it can be a bit too much when I'm getting purified at home, and then I come to your class, and then I'm getting purified by just listening to your class, you know, and it's just, you know, it's so fast, and I'm just saying, Krishna, give me a break. Can you give me a break? It's like, no, you take it. So it's lovely. It's going really well. I'm a bit tired now, but I think I'm getting into like a not stuck, but like I always like to do my classes in the morning. That's when I prefer to do them. I find them difficult to do them in the middle of the day or in the evening. Right now, hopefully that will change. But I've always do my classes in the morning usually. It's very rare that I'll do
So
them
you
late.
come on here. What's the big deal? You come here and chant.
Yeah, and I do. Yeah, I was talking about I'm by myself and I'm going to feel to do that yet. Okay. I always come on here to chat with the Guru Maharaj.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's great. This is a great thing. I met somebody called me yesterday. It's one of Govind's friends called Daniel. And he was asking me all these questions of what I do, to get Krishna consciousness. So what Srila Gaura Haridas, and I expressed to him on a regular basis, watch on a regular basis, and it was really nice to just speak to him, just like I'd known him forever.
Who is that? Who?
His name is Daniel Krishnamurti. Because I haven't been on here properly today, I haven't invited him, so I'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah,
he was in your class. He was in your class yesterday when you were driving to the spring.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nice.
Your class. And I loved what you said to Sammy. I loved what you said to her.
Said to who?
To Guilty Sammy.
Oh yeah, Guilty Sammy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
she's
my
coming.
friend.
Yes,
Yeah.
your friend. Yeah, she's coming more. She's starting to understand. I speak to her, and she's quite sick actually. She's got a lot of stuff going on. The best thing she can do is come here. Come, just stay in this environment.
Yeah, just stay. Yeah, because she was kind of depressed, and thinking of to do stuff that's not. I thought, she comes here, you come here, you'll become inspired, man, by life. You'll get a new life, everything. Especially when those who are depressed or suicidal, if people are like that, you come here, you get a new life, and then, because what else you got, man? If that's all you got to look for, give this a chance, and then you'll find that you got the greatest gift here, and then you'll praise your suicide thoughts. You'll think, wow, this brought me to this great treasure. Because healthy people don't come here, and this whatever situation brings you here, but you bless it. Thank you very much. You brought me to this thing. Now I've got new life. That's why Krishna's quality is Krishna's quality is he's the shelter, the helpless, and the hopeless. So when you you come like that, you get it fast.
She's been listening to my classes because she doesn't sleep, but she doesn't seem as depressed as she was. She was laughing and it's thinking.
That's good.
But
that's good.
So I speak to these devotees.
Yeah. Yes, association. Yeah. I'm starting to get really tired. I think I'm going to get my second sleep now.
Yeah, me too.
Me too. All right. So, hey, thanks for coming on, everybody. And that was so fun. And we'll be back. I can't wait to get some rest and come back some more.
Be back. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Have a nice day, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I read some of the comments here. I haven't read anything. Okay. I'll read some of your comments here before I go. See you all later. I need some rest. You too. Yeah, we all need a little rest. Okay. It's great. Thank you, Lord, for coming here. We were in you and you were in us. So it's been successful. See, being in Krishna and Krishna is in us, it's a success, right, Tom? Has it been successful, would you say?
Yes, the tuning in works very, very strongly. And now I know where to tune in and how to stay there.
Good. Yeah, me too. I get more clear about it every day. I think I'm going to stick around. I think it's a good idea. Tune in, turn on, drop out of the material world.
Wax on, wax off.
Wax on, wax off. All right, Tom. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, how's Christina? Is she still doing anything?
Sometimes I have contact with her. It was her daughter's birthday on 31 December, and she was she was talking about things like that, or about her children.
Is she into Krishna consciousness at all, or?
Yes. Yes, of course. There's when we are. I also feel when we are so deeply in tuned in contact, it's very it never goes away. It's very stable.